Great day, attractive thinker. Dr. Toni Hatton here, your vision and mindset expert at theattractivethinker.guru. How are you doing today? What's going on in your world? Where are you right now? Do you take those conscious breaks and really assess what's going on in your life? Are you making progress? Is it the same old, same old? Does it look like it did yesterday? I want to just give you some mental reminders. When you visit the Attractive Thinker, be it my website or our social media pages, I want you to always know that you're going to get something that's going to keep you mentally strong. That is so important because in order for us to accomplish what we desire in our lives, we have to be mentally strong because all is mind, all is mindset. Everything is about mindset, meaning all of the action that you take, everything that you believe, everything that you've accomplished, you had to have a certain mindset in place in order to accomplish that, or you'd be doing something else. So in order for us to, even in today, right now where you are, in order for you to accomplish your goals for the day, you have to have a certain mindset and you have to have focus. You have to be focused on that particular goal, or you're going to get distracted. And there are so many distractions. You don't even have to wonder whether you're going to be distracted or what kind of distractions. There are endless distractions that are trying to get your energy, because whatever gets your focus gets your energy. And everything think about it. You sit down to complete your project or finish writing your book, or, continue to take the steps to implement your business idea, and the phone rings, or you get some beeps and whistles on your cell phone, or you get a whistle or a blow or a beep from your email. Everything is going off, popping and carrying on, and you can't even focus because you got to address this and address that, and you find your focus over here and your attention gets shifted over there, and before you know it, hours have gone by. And you say, man, I sat down here at 12 o'clock and now it's 6 o'clock and I still have not accomplished what I wanted to do with my day. Think about that, attractive thinker. So I wanted to make sure that you have something today to put your mind on, to strengthen and fortify your mindset so that you can accomplish what you set out to accomplish today, so that yet today doesn't look like yesterday. We talked about that. If you look at some of my prior videos, maybe even the one from yesterday, we talked about, if you're not moving forward, it may have been one of my social media posts. If the last 30 days you didn't accomplish what you set out to do, what makes you think anything is going to be different in the next 30 days? Think about that. It takes mental clarity and mental focus and mental fortitude in order to accomplish the goals that you have for your life, and you have them. If you're an attractive thinker, I know you have goals for your life. You want to do something new. You want to change, transform your life, reach your highest potential. Think about that. Just the thought of knowing that the you that you are now can be somebody else. You can change hats. You could be greater. Maybe you don't want to transform your life to the point where you're unrecognizable. But what if you just wanted to be a greater version of yourself? What if you just wanted to accomplish and be doing, have more of what you're doing right now? That takes mental fortitude, to strengthen your mental muscle, to strengthen your belief. And that's what I want to talk to you about today. When we talk about belief, we're talking about, you also have to trust something greater than yourself, or trust your goal, or trust that new you that you're becoming, or trust the fact that this idea that you have is really going to come true, that you deserve it. All of that, if there's a belief that goes with that. And when we talk about trusting is a big deal. I mean, the holiday just passed, and I gave away a free ebook, Think Attractively for the Holidays, How to Unwrap Gifts That Money Can't Buy. And if you visit my webpage, you may find some details about that. If not, the website was www.holidays.theattractivethinker.guru. Everything has my website attached to the back of it. Holidays.theattractivethinker.guru. Great day, attractive thinker. I can't see who you are, but welcome. I'm so glad to see you here. It is a great day to be alive. You always hear me say that. because it's true. If you're breathing, if you have your abilities, if you can think, if you can move about, whatever state that you wake up in, it is a great day to be alive. And we are in control of our lives. We have to really get that down in our spirit, really get that deeply embedded in our subconscious mind and believe it, that you really are in control of your life, of your outcomes, of your thoughts. I hosted a play. I actually directed a play, and I played in the production as well. Again, if you visit some of my social media pages, you'll see that there. And I was talking about, you have to capture those thoughts. You don't let thoughts run rampant in your head. You're like, oh, well, I was just thinking about this, and then I was just thinking about that, and not really paying attention to what you're thinking. That's the whole essence of an attractive thinker. Mastering your thoughts, managing your thoughts, shifting your thoughts. Say, I don't want to be thinking about that, and I do want to be thinking about this one. I don't like that thought. That thought doesn't make me feel good. I like this thought. This thought makes me feel good. So I'm going to shift. That's the whole essence of the attractive thinker movement. We're talking about trusting. With trust comes a certain belief. You have to believe in yourself. Let's talk about maybe a relationship, for example, any kind of relationship. It could be an intimate relationship, a business relationship, a casual relationship. Let's talk about relationships, okay? So in a relationship, one of the foundational pieces of a relationship is trust, right? You have to trust the person. What does that mean? When I think of trust, see, when we were kids, we played this game. It was 4 of us, and we played this game. And one of my siblings had to stand behind me, and I had to fall back without hesitation and trust that they were going to catch me before I hit the floor. Now, I don't know if any of you guys played that game before, but we played that game plenty of times for entertainment when we didn't have nothing else to do, or we came together and wanted to have some fun and that type of thing. They was like, you trust me? I was like, yes. They said, you trust me? I was like, yes, I trust you. And I'm laughing the whole time and scared the whole time and hesitant. And sometimes, during the first time when I'm supposed to fall back, instead of falling back, I step back a little bit trying to catch myself, right? Because I didn't believe that they were going to catch me. That's where the trust comes in at. Trusting means that you believe that someone is going to catch you if you fall. Falling is a big deal. We think about falling, we think about hurting ourselves, or, not being able to recover, or being in pain, or, having to, our lifestyle changing because we hurt ourselves and can't do the things that we used to do and things like that. So there's a certain level of trust that has to be in place when you put your life in somebody else's hands. When it comes down to a relationship, you're trusting that that person is going to tell you the truth. You're trusting that that person is going to be faithful to you. If it's a business relationship, you're trusting that that person is not going to cheat you, not going to run out of, of the business deal and leave you high and dry and hanging. If it's a friendship, you're trusting that that person has your back, that you can share your secrets, and they will love you anyway, and they'll support you, and you guys can walk throughout life together. Trust is a big deal. It doesn't cost you anything to trust, but you lose value when the trust is gone. Think about that. When the trust is gone, being that trust is a foundational piece of any type of relationship, when the trust is gone, now you got a crack in the foundation. Think about that. Like a table with 4 legs, now one of the legs is broken. So what's going to happen? Now the table isn't as sturdy. It isn't as reliable. Now the relationship is not as reliable. Now you test the table before you put your plate on it, or before you put your book on it, or before you set the table. You're testing the table to see if the table can hold what you're putting on it. And it's the same thing in a relationship. Now, whereas you didn't have to question the other person's, being, now all of a sudden you got these thoughts in the back of your mind, and you're questioning whether they have the capacity now to hold our relationship, to house what we had together. Think about that. Trust, it doesn't cost you anything, but it's very valuable, because you lose something of value when you lose trust. When that crack is in that foundation, it weakens the foundation, number one. And also, where there's a crack, something of value can leak out. And when you lose trust, you're leaking out your treasure. Trust is so precious. When you trust somebody, you don't have to watch your back. You don't have to look over your shoulder. You can ask them to do something and you're confident that it's going to get done. But when the trust is not there, you're looking over your shoulder. You say something to them. They say, I'm going to do it. And you're questioning, did you do what I asked you? Were you able to get around to it? What is that thing done? Is it completed? Did you call so-and-so? Did you wrap this up? Did you take the money to the bank? You got to keep asking because the trust is not there. Think about that, and then the other person can get irritated. They say, "Why you keep asking me? Because you act like you don't trust me." Well, when a person doesn't keep their word or they break the trust, anything can break trust. You know, it depends on the two people. You have to make your own relationship. Anything can break the trust. Thank you, attractive thinker. I see you. You know, but when you break the trust, you've broken something so valuable that you may or may not be able to get that back. Think about that. And with broken trust, you get stuck right there in the crack. Wherever trust is broken, you stop. You get stuck right there. You may still be there functioning, but you're not giving it your all. Your whole self is not there. Now there's some hesitancy in your energy, in your actions, in moving forward. Now you're hesitant, you're not sure. And over time, when you're dealing with someone that you can't trust, you just get exhausted. And you just want somebody in your life that you can trust. Because that's a sweet relationship. There's an ease and a flow that comes with trust. It's a beautiful thing when you can trust something and someone and you don't have to watch your back. You know they have your back. You know they have your best interest at heart. You can share your precious jewels and gems. You can share your idea. You know you're going to get feedback from them that will advance your life forward. Trust is a beautiful thing. But when trust is broken, there's a crack in the foundation and you can no longer build on it. You can try to keep building upon it, but it's going to fall apart because the foundation has been weakened. Think about that. I want you to, I have a free gift for you. It's a powerful message. Just take some time and sit down and listen to this message. It's at www.unstuck.theattractivethinker.guru, G-U-R-U, no .com, no .net, .guru, www.unstuck.theattractivethinker.guru, and I posted it in the title, the topic of this message right here, so you could just click on it and go right to the page. Once you get to the page, complete your information, your name and email, and then check your email. There's a powerful message there that you have to hear because we're talking about those foundational pieces of who we are and the foundational pieces, things that we need in order to move throughout life successfully. Think about that. When trust is broken, you feel that on the inside. You feel like something is broken in you. You feel like there's a crack in your foundation because, see, trust is not just about trusting other people, places, and things. What about not trusting yourself? What about losing trust in yourself? Think about that. You say, well, Dr. Toni, what are you talking about? Losing trust in myself. What about the times in your life where you said that you were going to, I've had an attractive thinker say to me, don't give me that particular thing to do because I'm known for not keeping my word. What is that to say about yourself? Think about that. That's serious. And, you know, we all go through these channels, these stages and levels of, you know, building trust in ourselves and others and things like that. I'm not judging it. I'm just saying where we can find ourselves, places where we can find ourselves sometimes. But sometimes we don't really understand the impact of where we are until we say it out of our mouths, until we hear ourselves say that. And when I heard her say that, and I said, that has to feel a certain kind of way in order for you to verbally say you don't even trust yourself, and you just willfully tell other people, wait a minute, hold it, you can't trust me because I'm known for not keeping my word. Think about that. What about the self-betrayal? See, we don't look at that self-betrayal. I'm not betraying myself. We betray ourselves when we don't give ourselves our best. When we say to ourselves that we're going to do something and then we turn around and do something else. And we have a problem with it when other people do it, but we're not recognizing it when we do it to ourselves. Like, I'm going to get healthy, or I'm going to start on Monday. I don't know what it is about Mondays. We always start on Monday. I'm going to start on Monday. And then Monday comes and we self-sabotage it and then we say, I'm going to start on next Monday. And how many Mondays go by and we've betrayed our own trust to the point whereas we don't even believe in ourselves anymore. So we just stop saying it. Trust. Trust. It doesn't cost you anything to trust, but it definitely has value, and you lose value when you lose trust. Think about that. You might say, well, Dr. Toni, it does cost me something to trust. Yeah, trusting someone can be risky when you haven't developed that relationship. You don't just throw your trust out there. Trust is precious. Just like you hear people say, oh, I don't throw that word friend out there too lightly. It's the same thing with trust. You don't just trust anybody. People have to show you that they can be trusted. You have to see that they have that value in themselves as well in order for you to have that value in them. And that's what this message that you'll be receiving once you go to unstuck.theattractivethinker.guru. Once you get there, place your information in the box and check your email. It's a fantastic and amazing message. You're going to get a lot out of it, and you're going to get the tools that you need to get unstuck when you've lost trust, to get unstuck when there's a crack in your foundation, because we get stuck right there and the foundation gets weakened, and now we can't move forward as quickly as we used to because we're not standing on a firm foundation. It's rocky. Think about that. If the table is rocky, you're not going to place all of your food and dishes and things on it. You're going to try to prop that leg up, put something under the leg. If the table looks like it's going to fall, y'all grab the table, get that leg. Or before you put something on it, you say, y'all make sure I'm steady the leg because I'm going to put this food on the table. Think about that. You always got to patch up something when you've lost trust. Before you can even approach it or use it, you got to patch it up. You got to tape it up. You got to glue it up. And after a while, you run out of solutions and it doesn't stay up anymore. So trust is a powerful thing, and I want to give you the tools that you need to believe in yourself and others again. Believe in your ability again. Trust yourself. Trust okay, just this statement right here. Just sit with this for a minute. Think about how you're feeling. Pay attention to what comes up for you when you hear this. You are all that you will ever need to be. It's already all inside of you. What does that feel like? What thoughts came up when you heard that? Any resistance? Or are you in full belief? Think about that, attractive thinker. Do you fully believe that you are all that you will ever need to be? If that's the case, and you're not where you want to be yet, or haven't acquired what you would like to, or not who you desire to be yet, there's a gap there. And that's where the mental tools come in at, to support you in bridging that gap so that you and your desire become one. Now you're not pursuing it, you've acquired it, you achieved it. Okay, so there's some things that we need to focus on to strengthen our foundation so that the things that we're going after, we can acquire them. Why? Going after what? I talked about that in one of my videos from yesterday. The Attractive Thinker movement is all about providing the mental tools for you to accomplish your goals, and instead of letting distractions and obstacles and challenges stop you in your tracks. It doesn't take that long to write your book. It doesn't take that long to get your business up off of the ground, to start it and have things in place, and have the foundational pieces in place. It doesn't take that long. But there's some tools missing, because if you don't have these tools in place, every time you're presented with an obstacle, you back up, or you stop, or you give up. And we can't make progress like that. So we need mental tools every single day to keep us mentally strong. Remember to visit www.unstuck.theattractivethinker.guru and get the tools that you need to progress in your life, to seal your foundation, to steady your walk, to steady your actions, to make sure the action that you're taking is getting the results that you're looking for. Okay? You always hear me say this. It is not what you're going through. It's how you're viewing it. Think attractively. I'll talk to you soon.